Your friend, Josh Frydenberg, is being challenged by one of them, of course, Monique Ryan. Is he in trouble?
Well, Monique Ryan is a former member of the Labor Party, and she's a very good example. And last night on Sky, she made it very clear that she has extremely left-wing views on things like the stability and geostrategic position of Australia in the Indo-Pacific, on offshore processing of asylum seekers, on climate. And look, I think Josh Frydenberg would be such a loss to the Parliament. He's not only the Treasurer, he's a future leader of the Liberal Party, and voters in Kooyong, who are particularly sophisticated, they will work that out. They've already probably worked it out.
OK, let's turn it on to Anthony Albanese. He's dropped the ball again, I suppose he could say. He couldn't...
definitely say that, Pete. He definitely dropped the ball.
He couldn't outline the six-point plan of the NDIS. There was a bit of theatre involved with getting the cheat sheet as well. Everyone knows the story now. What are your thoughts on how he handled that yesterday and his attempt to turn it on a gotcha question?
Well, look, Pete, I'm a bit bewildered about how poorly the Labor Party campaign is going. Besides the fact that it's hard to work out exactly why we need to change the government, and Labor has yet to really make that case. They've had 3 years to prepare for the election, and I get the feeling that this whole election's come as a bit of a surprise to them. I mean, it's the last date that they could possibly hold the election. It's not like it's been an early call that's taken them off guard, and yet they seem really underprepared. And look, Anthony's a good friend of mine. I really like him. I'm quite surprised that he would have made this terrible gaffe on the NDIS policy. And it's not a gotcha moment, Pete, because, look, if they'd announced that policy a month ago and a tricky journalist had decided to raise the 6 points yesterday, a month later, people would quite rightly say, oh, well, he can't be expected to remember absolutely every detail. But they announced the policy the day before. The day before he was being asked about it. So he was being asked about it a day after it had been released. It should have been fresh in his mind. So I think it's very damaging for the campaign. It comes on top, of course, of the unemployment rate gaffe in the first week and other ones. But I actually think it's more significant. I was actually elected in the campaign where John Hewson had the birthday cake fiasco in the GST policy that he was taking to that election in 1993. It does shake confidence in voters if they are undecided or soft about changing the government or voting Labor. And this will shake the confidence of Labor headquarters and Anthony himself.